Hello. I met Ms. Feminism in Raleigh, and she wore fishnet stockings, and so did I this evening. So I always considered myself a feminist. I came here because of love. My husband Eric and I in April this year, or this past year, which is an unlikely beginning to a story of someone who had a more embodied understanding of feminism in the past year. I left a job as a curator at an academic gallery in Greater Boston, and when I moved here, I was quite unmoored and unemployed, so I worked at Anthropology, my favorite retail store, and my ego was trampled onto the floor very quickly. But they do have beautiful displays, and I became friends with a store artist because that was really one of my skills, is being friends with and showing the art of contemporary artists. This is Sarah Burris, and it's a photo of herself in the process of making some performance art. She's a feminist artist. This is another piece called Unicorn, and you can see that it's a figure in purple tights with high-heeled shoes, and the head is covered with a horn. So what about this is feminist? That's what I asked myself about a year ago when she described herself that way. But a few things happened to me in the past year that helped me understand it at a different level. One of them was being in a big modernist building. So thank you, George Smart, for the amazing introduction. I also find modernist architecture to be very inspiring. There's so many windows, you feel like you're in this huge nest when you're within the Dorton Arena. But I was there to see the roller girls play. It was my first time seeing a roller competition, and the women were fierce. They also wore spandex and fishnets. But I loved that they were active. They did not care if they had any cellulite. They were not all one size, and I felt amazing just being there. It was an epiphany for me, just realizing one of the ways that feminism can be embodied. Today, they have a male mascot who doesn't really have that great of an arm. If you're here tonight, you're still really awesome. This is a photo by Sakakini and Burkhart. They're artists based in Boston. And these are roller girls. So this is contemporary art, and I remember seeing this photo before I really ever thought of going to a roller derby. And that inspiring look of that photo is kind of how I felt when I left. So this is kind of a dark photo. You can't really see the detail, but it's me with 3 artists. I'm finding my way gradually from being unemployed, former curator, competing with trains, honking. This is me at my booth at SparkCon in September. You might see the big smile on my face. It's similar to the smile I had when I was just married in one of the first photos I showed. So this is me doing what I want to do. I'm not in the house. I'm not being quiet. These are some of the simple things that feminism is about. Why should we care about it right now? These are the Gorilla Girls. They came to the Nasher Museum in October. I had read about them and learned about them, but I didn't really understand how cool they were until I saw them speak at the Nasher. How lucky we are that we can see they're activists who got pissed. So Claudine, yes, she spoke about being pissed. I'm pissed too, and so are the Gorilla Girls. A lot of female artists have exactly the same credibility as male artists, but they always get opportunities. I think this is a male. So this is first wave feminism, 1920s. Woman's cause is man's. They rise or fall together. That's a simple sentiment. The idea that women can vote, I think everyone in this room would agree with that. And if not, speak up and we can speak after I give my microphone back. This is second wave, Veli Export, contemporary artist, 1972, Vienna. She is making her body into yogic-like shapes that are in reaction to architecture around her. This is a way of showing that we often act, both physically and in our actions, the ways that are preformed for us. I show you this clip of Ellen Page in Whip It, the roller girl movie. This is part of why I went. I admit I was reined in by Hollywood. But a lot of Hollywood plots have narratives of adjusted ambition for women, so watch out. Watch out if you love Zooey Deschanel. Yeah, I do too. I love her, but she's a little bit silly and wacky. That's her persona.
And it's a way to be less intimidating to men. And it's not necessary. I do think you can be a feminist and wear heels. I think you can be a feminist and wear fishnet stockings. But I don't know if you can be a feminist and tweet this like thousands of women did after watching the Grammys. I'm ashamed of those women, but I hope that if they thought for 5 more seconds before typing it, they might not have typed it. They might have changed their mind. I come back to Sarah Burris. Yes, these are knit breasts in a topiary on her head. Yes, she is wearing beautiful stilettos and showing her legs. Her art makes a lot more sense to me after some of the other things I've just shared with you. And it embodies opposition. It doesn't always make sense. Sometimes women do want to be beautiful, but they want to be respected at the same time. They want to be nice, but they also want to be smart. I believe that with love and respect, third wave feminism can hopefully be the last wave that we need, but we do need it. Thank you.